Welcome. You are watching Alpha Reality, the place where we move beyond the surface level and analyze the definitive psychological patterns that govern our lives. Today, we are moving past the ambiguity. We are discussing the definitive signals, the non-negotiable signs of female investment. The conversation is often framed around decoding the subtle, the hidden, the unspoken. But there comes a point where ambiguity collapses, where subtlety is replaced by a pattern of clear, undeniable investment. The focus shifts from "does she like me" to "is she with me?" Yay. The signals are no longer about fleeting attraction. They are about profound psychological and emotional investment. When she does these things, it's not a question anymore. The question is answered. It begins with the currency of time. This is the first and most valuable asset anyone has. A woman who is merely interested will give you her leftover time. She will fit you in. A woman who is psychologically invested will give you her prime time. This is the crucial distinction. Prime time is not just a Friday night date. It's the time she could be spending on her career, with her friends, on her hobbies, or simply recharging. When she actively carves out this high-value time, she is making a statement. She is reprioritizing her life's schedule around your existence. This moves beyond simple availability. Observe her response when you have a logistical conflict. A woman with low interest will see it as a simple rain check. A woman who is invested will see it as a problem to be solved. She will become an active participant in finding a solution. Okay, so Tuesday is bad for you. What about Wednesday? I can move my gym session. This is not just flexibility. This is effort. It's the conscious reallocation of her most finite resource. When she starts initiating contact not just to check in, but to secure future time, she is no longer a passive participant in the courtship. She is an active stakeholder. She is investing. From the investment of time, we move to the far more significant investment of vulnerability. This is the single most powerful and definitive signal. Every person, but evolutionarily and socially, women especially, maintains a set inbuilt threat detection system. This system is not just for physical danger, it's for emotional and psychological danger. It's the system that asks, is this person safe? Can they hurt me? Will they use my weaknesses against me? A woman's inner world, her true fears, her past traumas, her deep-seated insecurities, her most profound dreams, is a fortress. She does not grant access to this fortress lightly. When she begins to share these things with you, she is actively and consciously lowering the drawbridge. This is not oversharing. This is a test and a demonstration of trust. She may share a story about her family she's never told anyone. She might confess a deep-seated fear about her future. When this happens, she is doing two things. One, she is assessing your reaction. Will you be dismissive? Will you be judgmental? Will you be a true confidant? Two, and more importantly, she is making a profound psychological statement. I trust you with the parts of me that are breakable. This is the emotional equivalent of handing you a loaded gun. It's a gesture of absolute faith. When she is willing to be weak, flawed, and unfiltered in your presence, it's because she no longer feels the need to perform. She sees you not as a potential threat, but as a source of security. This level of emotional nudity is reserved for only a handful of people in her entire life. This vulnerability then expands outward. It moves from her internal world to her social world. This is the integration phase. When a woman is merely dating you, you exist in a bubble. It's just you and her. When she begins to see a future with you, that bubble must be integrated into her existing life. The first and most significant test is the introduction to her inner circle, her closest friends. This is not a casual meet and greet. This is a high-stakes presentation. Her friends are her chosen family, her board of advisors, and her support system. By introducing you to them, she is saying, this person is important. I need you to see what I see. She is also simultaneously seeking their validation. But a woman who is truly in will behave in a specific way. She will not just present you, she will advocate for you. She will have pre-briefed them. She will highlight your good qualities before you even arrive. She will actively facilitate conversation, seeking to build bridges between you and the people who matter most to her. She is observing how you treat them, and just as importantly, she is observing how they treat you. But the primary signal is her willingness to merge these two worlds. It is a massive social and emotional risk. If it goes poorly, it creates tension in her most stable relationships. If you were to break up, she would have to navigate that social fallout. The fact that she is willing to take that risk is a clear signal that she does not see this as a temporary arrangement. She is socially and emotionally all in. The next level, of course, is family. This is an even higher barrier. Introducing you to her family is a public declaration of seriousness. It is saying, I am considering this person as a long-term fixture. She is bringing you into the fold of her origin story, her deepest loyalties. The act itself is a testament to her belief in your stability and your future together. Flowing from this is a profound psychological shift. She begins to actively champion your mission. A woman who is only casually interested may see your ambitions as competition for her time. A woman who is invested in you sees your ambitions as her ambitions. Your success becomes her success. This is a critical turning point. She stops being a spectator in your life and becomes a co-pilot. She will be the one who listens to your work problems, not with passive indifference, but with active engagement, offering solutions. She will be the one who encourages you to take the risk, to apply for the promotion, to start the business. She will remember the names of your colleagues, the details of your projects. She will be your most vocal defender and your most ardent cheerleader. This is not just support. This is an active investment in your potential. She is tying her own emotional well-being to your progress. Why? Because in her mind, your two futures are now intertwined. She is no longer just with you. She is building with you. She's not a distraction from your purpose. She becomes a part of your purpose. She protects your time and your energy because she sees them as a shared resource. When she starts to guard your focus as fiercely as you do, she is demonstrating a level of partnership that goes far beyond simple attraction. This partnership manifests in what is often called nurturing or caregiving behavior. In a superficial context, this can be misunderstood. But in a deep investment context, it is a powerful evolutionary signal. It's the act of provisioning in reverse. She starts to do small, seemingly mundane things that are all coded with the same message. Your well-being is my concern. This is the have you eaten text. This is her making you a coffee or a plate of food without you asking. This is her fixing your tie, brushing lint off your shoulder, or putting her hand on your forehead to check if you're warm. These are not mothering actions, they are bonding actions. They are deeply instinctive. They are nonverbal ways of saying, I care for your physical self. This extends to acts of service. She'll offer to help you with a mundane task, not because you asked, but because she sees a need. She wants to lessen your burdens. This is the Ben Franklin effect inverted and amplified. We come to love the people we do things for. She is actively investing her energy and effort into your life, and in doing so, her own brain is doubling down on her emotional commitment. Each small act of service is another thread she is weaving into the tapestry of a shared life. She is, in a very practical sense, taking care of you. This is a profound signal of trust and bonded attachment. Simultaneously, you will notice a change in her physicality. We are not talking about overt sexual invitations. We are talking about the physicality of comfort and belonging. This is the shift from incidental touch to deliberate touch. Incidental touch is the brief, fleeting touch on the arm during a conversation. Deliberate, comfort-based touch is entirely different. It's the way she leans on you in a group setting, unconsciously signaling to everyone that you are her anchor. It's the non-sexual back rub while you're working. It's the way she might put her head on your shoulder, not as a prelude to something, but as an act of coming home. It's her nervous system's way of saying, I am at rest. She will also begin to relax her public face around you. She will be comfortable being in your space without makeup, in her oldest clothes. The need to perform or impress has vanished, replaced by a simple, profound desire to be with you. She will start to leave items at your place, a toothbrush, a change of clothes. This is not a logistical convenience. It's a territorial marker. It's an act of nesting. She is psychologically and physically making your space her space and her space yours. She is closing the distance literally and metaphorically until there is no space left between you. This leads to the language of we. Listen closely to her pronouns. In the beginning, it was I and you. I am going to the movies, or what are you doing on Friday? As she becomes invested, I and you will slowly but consistently be replaced by we and us. What are we doing this weekend? When we go to that restaurant. This is not a verbal tick. It is a fundamental cognitive shift. She no longer sees her life as a solo trajectory that occasionally intersects with yours. She sees a joint trajectory. Her mental map has been redrawn to include you as a permanent feature. This is future pacing. She will start to talk about the future, and you will be in it. It may start small. Next month, we should try, but it will grow. Next summer, we could go to when we get a place. She is not doing this to trap you. She is doing this because, in her mind, it's the natural, logical progression. She is verbalizing the future she is already building in her head. She is not afraid of this future because she is choosing it. When she uses we, she is not asking for permission. She is stating a fact as she sees it. Finally, and perhaps most subtly, she will become protective of you. This is the nurturing instinct taking on a defensive form. She will defend you not just to others, but from others. If someone in her friend group makes a lighthearted joke at your expense, she will be the one who doesn't laugh. She will be the one to subtly or not so subtly correct them. She will defend your reputation. She will stand up for your character. She will not tolerate others speaking ill of you. Her circle of loyalty has expanded to include you. An attack on you is now perceived as an attack on her, on us. This protective instinct also turns inward. She will worry about you. She will text to make sure you got home safe. She will be genuinely distressed if you are sick or in trouble. Your safety and well-being have become tethered to her own. When you see these patterns, not as isolated incidents, but as a consistent, escalating tapestry of behavior, the time for guessing is over. This is not a crush. This is not infatuation. This is a conscious, deliberate, and profound choice. She is investing her time, her vulnerability, her social standing, her nurturing instincts, and her vision of the future in you. She is no longer testing the waters. She is building a dam. She is all in. This has been your channel name. Understand the patterns. We'll see you in the next one.